What's up, everyone? Welcome to Here's Avenue. My name is Darren, and today we're going to be talking about DCEU and what they're doing in the future in 2022. Because continuing off our last video with Rob, Walter Hamada did an interview with the New York Times, and they talked about the future of the DCEU as well as the Zack Snyder Cut, which is what Rob talked about in our last video. But in this video, we're going to talk about how they're going to be releasing their projects in the future. And this is what they said. But before I get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, comment on anything that you guys like or you guys want to say in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is what the article says. The most expensive DC movies, up to 4 a year starting in 2022, are designed for release in theaters, Mr. Hamada said. Additional superhero films, 2 annually, is the goal, perhaps focused on riskier characters like Batgirl and Static Shock, will arrive exclusively on HBO Max, the fledgling streaming service owned by Warner Media. So this paragraph alone just kind of gave us an idea of what to expect in the future, and my gosh, that is a lot of movies. That is a total of 6 movies a year. In total, with 4 going to the theaters and 2 going to HBO Max. And another thing, they also announced that they are thinking about releasing a Batgirl and a Static Shock movie on HBO Max. So Static Shock, we already know that Michael B. Jordan is developing a Static Shock project for DC, for the DCU or DC Films or whatever. So we already know that's in the works because we found that out on I think it was in DC Fandom. But the Batgirl, we knew a long time ago that was like in the works with Christina Hodson, the girl who wrote Birds of Prey, and she was already writing a Batgirl movie. And I'm glad that they're mentioning this project because I definitely want to see a Batgirl movie, and I was kind of hoping to hear something about this project in the future. And so I'm glad to hear that this is in the works and they're still talking about this. But the only thing, despite the idea of us getting 6 movies a year, the thing that worries me as a DC fan is I still have PTSD from Batman vs Superman and the reaction to that, and then DC rushing to compete with Marvel, because honestly, this is a total reaction to the Disney Plus and what they're doing over at Marvel. How they're releasing so many movies and so many projects on the Disney Plus platform, as well as in the theaters as well. And so this is a complete reaction to that. And we know that in the past, anytime that DC feels like they need to compete with Marvel, it just never works out because they move at a faster pace than they should, and they rush things, and it never works out. And that's why we got Batman vs Superman instead of a Batman movie, a Wonder Woman movie, and then a Justice League movie. Instead, we got Batman vs Superman, right? So they fully rushed that whole thing. Whatever you guys whatever your ideas are with Snyder Cut and all that stuff, they rushed it. They completely rushed it. It's not a good thing. But I really hope that DC learns their lessons and they try to stay at their own pace. I hope they don't I hope it's not like a mandatory 4 movie a year deal for DC. I hope that it's like if they're able to get four movies out there, good. I just hope they don't force those four movies. If it's 2022, they should have something in the works already. We know that Batman's coming out in 2022, and I think the Flash movie's coming out in 2022 as well. So that's 2 movies already. And I think Black Adam's coming out in 2022 as well. So that's 3. And then what's the 4th movie? I'm really curious on what the 4th one is. Help me out if I'm missing something. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing else in the works. Not that I could think of while I'm recording this. But anyways, this is pretty cool. I just hope that Warner Brothers, I hope they just don't focus too much on competing with Marvel, because I feel like DC has been on a good stride so far, focusing on individual movies, not worrying about building an expanded universe, and kind of just focusing on one movie at a time as things go by. Unfortunately, Wonder Woman 1984 wasn't a huge hit, but I hope that doesn't slow them down, and I hope that doesn't discourage them. So yeah, I'm really curious on what you guys think about this in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe again, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.